Hey everyone, welcome to Go Kick Me. Today we're going to be reviewing the Blow, the world's first wearable cooling device and diffuser. Okay, so this is a Kickstarter campaign, and it's basically a small fan that you can wear, like clip to your clothes, and it will blow air on, on your back or wherever you're wearing it. And that's supposed to basically do targeted cooling, which can make you feel a lot cooler just by blowing air on certain parts of your body. So let's take a look. It's not the best video, but it gets the point
across. How many times have you been outside and wished you could cool off? Well, lucky for you, now you can. Hi, I'm Rob, and this...
Okay, kind of cheesy considering, if you want to cool off, go jump in the ocean, right? I don't think you need a fan at that point. Anyway, this guy is apparently an ex-Marine whose glasses are a little bit crooked. Who, with another ex-Marine, came up with this idea.
I'm Rob, and this is Andy.
We served together in the Marines, and now we're working on a new project.
It really cools down. Wow.
Like, it really cools your body down.
So it's a lot of this, oh, I can't believe it, it's right on my back, yada, yada, yada.
I should get two,
Yeah, that does work, man.
Oh my god. Now I need three.
So I always wonder about these, like, they just went to some restaurant and said, hey, can we film you for our Kickstarter video? Is this guy really impartial? Why should I believe him? Anyway, here we go. Yeah, again with the crooked glasses.
On other people's lives. Whether you're dealing with multiple sclerosis, menopause, or any activity that heats you up outside, how will Blow help cool you off? By combining airflow with aromatherapy, Blow allows...
Okay, so I'm actually really down with the cooling. When they said, and this line right here, combining airflow with aromatherapy, I suddenly, my thumb goes from this to this really fast. Not to say that aromatherapy is not a thing, it has some validity to it, but anything going into alternative medicine, I'm a really negative person. So I think they just took a really good project, for something that's legit, and they really put it on thin ice for me. Anyway, let's continue.
Allows essential oil users to bring the health benefits of their diffuser on the go. Use it to cool off during a variety of activities.
So yeah, like, okay, cooling off during activities sounds great. The fact that you can do jump rope with it and it doesn't fall off, or ride a bike or jog, that's great too.
Is running, hiking, biking, working out, and
this one actually I totally do with my kid. Cooling them off while you're outside. But essential oils and stuff, I start getting really suspicious.
and is hands-free so you can multitask. Andy and I received numerous awards in the Marines, and now we...
This I'm getting a little sketchy on. Okay, you guys won awards in the Marines. For what? Was it product design? I don't think so. And these guys, I hope that, they sign waivers for these guys, because using them in your video is kind of not cool.
Teamed up with a group of advisors.
I actually like the fact, I think this is probably fake. This is like stock footage or something. Maybe that's actually the real manufacturing team that they're showing. But the fact they're showing that they're basically straight up from China is actually better, because it's more honest. Some of these guys pretend like, oh, we're two granola dudes who came up with this all by ourselves, when in fact it's just manufactured in a factory in China. So these guys, the Blow guys, are at least somewhat honest with it, and I'll talk about that.
Manufacturing. We're so
I'll talk about that a little bit more.
excited to bring Blow to the Kickstarter community. Help us make our dream a reality.
So, anyway, they show the size. Actually, it's quite small, apparently. It's like half the size of an iPhone. That's an iPhone 6, there's an iPhone 7, so it's something like maybe this tall. But then, is that enough blow power? Hopefully, I guess if I believe those testimonials, it is. So yeah, they've got all the same pictures here. They've got this girl doing all kinds of stuff with it. And I think the main thing is the way that this works, and they try to show it here, is this is actually a real scientific thing. If you blow air on certain parts of your core, your body, in this case I guess it's your brain stem or whatever, it has a significant impact on your, at least your perceived temperature, and basically your core temperature. So I guess in this case having it blow there, makes your body temperature drop 6 degrees very quickly. So if nothing else, your body temperature regulation can be tweaked or hacked or whatever you want to call it very easily with just a small thing. So if nothing else, you feel a lot cooler, which can stop you from sweating or it can stop you from being uncomfortable. So that's cool. And then again, yes, they start mentioning this, the essential oil. So basically, apparently peppermint makes you feel cooler, which I guess is actually a real thing. They list some scientific stuff about this, but it's starting getting into the hooey side for me. Because okay, maybe there are actually some real medicinal uses of essential oils, but there's also a lot of bullshit. So anyway, I think they should have just stuck to the real stuff. And so here's some details. Small motor, yada yada yada. Recharges in 4 to 8 hours, or lasts 4 to 8 hours. Recharges an hour, 15 minutes. And so yeah, you can stick it down your shirt too. You can cool. You can repel mosquitoes. This is, I guess, the insert tab for the essential oil. So this one is a little weird. I guess it's not like you're actually pouring the oil and you have to sort of slide in this little tab that has it soaked in it or something like that. So I don't know how good that actually works. And here you can see the temperature impacts. So the question is, if I just, put a much larger fan in, or I did whatever, or I cut a hole in my shirt, would it make much of a difference then versus this thing? They don't really have that kind of comparison. Here's some stuff on their background. So there's a couple things I want to mention. First of all, world's first wearable cooling device and diffuser. Okay, so is it the world's first wearable cooling device? I don't think so. Definitely not. And diffuser. So diffuser, there's actually different kinds of diffusers, and this is the thing that makes the oils come out. There's ones that are basically vibrating membranes that sort of ultrasonically excite stuff. There's ones that heat it up. So there's different kinds of diffusers. They don't exactly mention, at least not from what I've seen, what kind of diffuser that is. Is it a mister? Is it a humidifier? What there's different ways of getting the essential oil out. And so anyway, I actually brought some props today. This is something that they sell in Hong Kong, where I live. It's actually made in China, of course. Just like this. And these things are nowadays everywhere, and it comes with a little hook that you can wear. And I actually brought a bunch of different ones. This one also, actually this is totally wearable. So this one you put around your neck. It's actually supposed to hook on both sides. I only have it hooked on one side. And you can walk around with this on your neck, and it blows like shitloads of air on you, as you guys can hear. And so I actually use this in the summer sometimes, or with my kid. And so these things are actually super prevalent now, and it has a a big fat lithium-ion battery in the bottom. There's this. These things are freaking cheap nowadays. I think this one, the first one I showed here, this guy, you can literally buy it for like $250 US. This guy, the Blow, not a crazy high price. I'm actually surprised it's not higher. But still, $29. Retail price is $79. No fucking way, right? For something that small. But $29, okay, that's not too crazy. But then again, $250. So, okay. And it's wearable because you can just hang it around your neck. Probably the lanyard to put around your neck costs almost as much as the whole thing if you go buy it. But those things are existing. So to say this is the world's first wearable cooling device That's definitely not true. Is it the world's first wearable cooling device and diffuser? Maybe or maybe not. So we got this thing. This is obviously not as small as the Blow, but it's a fan, and it actually has a little. I think you guys can see. Has a little water tank on the top, and it has a vibrating membrane here. And this thing is a mister, so it can shoot out mist. So it's actually one of those basically portable cooling fans that you can wear. And then this one also, I guess, actually, you know what? This one doesn't have a little hook, so I guess it's not wearable. But it is also a cooling device and diffuser. And so, yeah, so is the Blow any good? Probably okay. The fact that you can sort of clip it on your clothes is nice, and apparently it's sort of robust enough that you can do exercise with it on. I would be a little bit careful if I was going to go running or whatever with that thing on it. But according to the video, it works. But then again, you know, this thing, I think this one I paid maybe $6 or $7 for in Hong Kong. This thing, yeah, $250. So I could get 10 of these, put them all around me. Doesn't have to be wearable. Or I could wear 2 and then put 8 on the table all around my house, blowing on me when I'm working out or whatever. So yeah, and I mean this one's even got a light on it. So how about that, right? Does it work? This one's dead. Anyway, the battery's dead, but this one has a light on it. This one, no light. But you know, we have all these features here, and again, much cheaper. So the Blow, I will give kind of a. I'm hesitant to give it a thumbs down. Oh, there's one other thing I wanted to mention. So, like I mentioned in the video, they show like this Chinese factory team, and at least they didn't explicitly say like our factories in China or whatever, but they actually have a update in their update section, and they literally show they went to Shenzhen and Dongguan to visit the factories that make their pieces, and it's actually pretty cool because A, they're being super honest about it, and B, you know, they're actually showing, you know, what it takes to make a real product, to mass produce stuff. So this is, you know, these factories in China are all over the place, in that part of China, southern China, which is actually near where I live right now. And to do the tooling, it's not cheap, but basically once they get the thing going, you know, the more you buy, the price will drive it down. So I guess they could, you know, they could put it at $29 because they didn't know if they were going to get a lot, and now that they've gotten a lot, probably their actual manufacturing price will be a lot cheaper. But anyway, yeah, so it's actually pretty cool that they put that in there. So this sort of honesty alone, and the fact that they are apparently real dudes and not just some Chinese front, is a positive for me in general. You know, the use of clip art is not so horrible, like you see in a lot of these guys. This actual people using their actual product. You know, whoever this, I guess it's the same girl. This jump ropes with the tight pants on. So anyway, I'm gonna give this one, because of that, I'll give it a very slight thumbs up. So good luck to these guys. Be careful of the warning. Be forewarned about the pricing. You know, okay, $29.99, probably okay. $79, no effing way. So good luck to you guys, and if you have any comments, any feedback, please give me a message in the comment section. If you guys are the Blow the blowers, the Blow brothers, whatever you want to call yourselves, Blow Technologies. If I got anything wrong, please leave a comment. If you think I'm a total a-hole, please leave a comment. And do check us out on Twitter and Facebook at Go Kick Me. See you guys next time.